This is Edward Softwater for A&N, here today from Miss Throbbins' boarding house in downtown Washington, D.C. Today we are about to interview Congressman Henry Pinckney of South Carolina. He's been doing some legislation about slavery. Miss Throbbins, could you get Congressman Pinckney for me, please?
He's in bed, sir. He came home late last night with a sore throat from talking all day. I can get Mrs. Pinckney. She's in his room.
Okay, get Mrs. Pinckney. I'm sure she knows what her husband was doing in Congress yesterday.
Mrs. Pinckney, I can speak for my husband. He's very sick. He has a bad headache.
Please sit. All right, what has been happening with slavery in Congress?
Nothing. Exactly nothing. Congress has been getting all sorts of letters and petitions regarding slavery, but, most of them have come from our former president, Mr. John Quincy Adams. He's become a very strong, vocal abolitionist.
I see. Well, what did your husband do?
He came up with a marvelous idea that all of these letters and petitions go directly to a committee where they're written a lovely letter that says Congress simply can't do anything about it. The 10th Amendment backs us up.
How so?
Well, you see, the 10th Amendment says that powers not delegated to Congress nor prohibited by the Constitution are state matter and left up to those people.
I see. But I thought the 10th Amendment was in the Bill of Rights to preserve the balance of power between the federal government and the state government. You're using it to say that Congress can't make any laws on slavery just because the word slavery isn't in the Constitution.
Oh, but that's exactly right, sir. The word slavery never appears in the Constitution.
But that hardly seems fair to the right to petition.
Senate did the same thing not too long ago. Senator James Buchanan got this passed through with 34-6.
Well, what are the northern congressmen saying?
The same thing they always say, sweetheart. It's some conspiracy to keep slavery around and stifle public opinion. But we're within the law.
You know what I think?
Nobody asked you what you think.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I think anyway. What he says is opposing to the Bill of Rights, humanity, and my intelligence.
You're just a maid, honey. Nobody cares what you think.
You just crossed the line with that last remark. You and your husband are nothing more than southern fruitcakes.
Well, I never. Well, I
see if you can take what you dish out.
Well, there you have it, folks. The gag order with the 10th Amendment apparently backing it up. Only history will tell who has the right to determine slavery. Maybe the Supreme Court will have to decide. This is Edward Softwater from A&N saying we'll be right back after these messages.